he was stopped by a sudden splash of water to his face. The man looked up, shocked to see Gu Jingtian standing over him with a face as cold as ice. This was the second time he had saved her. She was a professional actress for hire, and this was her second job of the day. The first was to crash a wedding. She walked up to the bride, told her she couldn't marry another, and kissed her in front of everyone. She successfully completed the strange request. For her next job, she was hired to stall a contract negotiation with a man named Gu Jingtian. When she got the contract, she was shocked to find it was all in English. She couldn't read a word of it, but she knew she couldn't let on. As she was trying to figure out a plan, the man himself walked in and her heart stopped. It was him. 2 years earlier, while rushing as a student, she had dropped her papers and was almost hit by a cyclist. This man suddenly appeared, pushing her out of the way and taking the hit himself. It left a deep, bloody cut on his arm. Before she could even thank him properly, he was gone. Now, here he was, sitting across from her. He gave no sign that he recognized her. He introduced himself as Gu Jingtian, a shareholder of the Gu Group, and asked to sign the contract. Remembering her mission to stall, she pretended to look over the documents. She pointed to several issues that didn't exist and said they needed to be fixed. She tried to leave, but he insisted on going with her. He said his job for the day was to stay with her. Confused but stuck with her job, she got new instructions from her client: go shopping and spend his money. As they walked out of a fancy store, he told her she was different from other rich girls. This made him think of his ex-girlfriend from 2 years ago. She had dumped him hard, throwing his flowers on the ground and calling him poor because love couldn't pay the bills. Back in the present, COA just said that he was also different from the controlling bosses she knew. Their day took them to another cafe, where they saw a big man bullying a young shoeshine girl and pushing her to the floor. Without thinking, COA ran over to help the girl up. She realized the girl was her own younger sister. She stood up to the bully, yelling at a grown man for picking on a child. The man sneered and made fun of her looks. He threw the glass of water right into the bully's face. As Gu Jingtian left to change, COA angrily faced her younger sister Xiao Wu. She wanted to know why she wasn't home studying. Xiao Wu fired back, accusing COA of spending the night with a man. COA tried to explain that her job was to earn money for Xiao Wu's surgery. Her sister refused to listen. Just then, Gu Jingtian came back, having heard everything. Flustered, COA quickly grabbed his hand and pulled him away. Later, she led him to a hotel room. He came out of the shower in a robe. She thanked him for his help and offered to pay for his ruined suit. He waved it off, saying a smart woman like her should know he was there to talk about their business deal. Playing along, she pretended to have a headache and then suggested a bet. A car race. If she won, they would forget the contract. If he won, she would sign. With the deal sealed by a handshake, they met on an empty road. After a close race, she skillfully cut him off at the last second, winning the bet. As she celebrated, he called his client and reported that he had failed the mission. He was told that he had been tricked. The woman he had been with was not the real Miss Shen. The real Shen family heiress was someone else completely. Meanwhile, a man named Su Jiayan told Gu Jingtian that the Shen family had hired a fake and that their business deal was probably off. Then he showed Gu Jingtian a photo of the girl he was supposed to race, saying she had other uses. Gu Jingtian was shocked to recognize her. Back at his home, Gu Jingtian was greeted by his sister, who scolded him for being out all night. Elsewhere, Sayue was at home counting her earnings when Xiao Wu came in. Sayue was startled and hid her money. As she was taking out the trash, she was suddenly grabbed from behind by her ex-boyfriend, who held her tight. 2 years before she had met his mother coldly told her she wasn't good enough for her son. The mother said that while her son could have fun with her, he would never marry her. She was like a wild chicken meant to stay on the ground, especially since she had to care for her sick sister. Heartbroken but determined, Siwa told the mother she would never step into their family home and left. Back in the present, Yexian insisted that his family was stronger now and he could protect her. She turned him down, telling him to go protect his wife instead. At that moment, his fiancée appeared, calling them a disgusting pair. As the fiancée raised her hand to slap Sia, Gu Jingtian suddenly showed up out of nowhere. He caught the woman's wrist and pulled Siwei into his arms to protect her. The fiancé, Lu Nianshin, recognized Gu Jingtian and was shocked to see him after he had been missing. After the fight, Siwa sat at home, wondering why Gu Jingtian would suddenly show up and seem to get back at her for their past business deal. Just then, she got a call from the doctor with great news. A good donor had been found for her sister's surgery. Very happy, she told her sister Xiaowu, who said sorry for her earlier harsh words. They hugged. Siwa, now more determined than ever, realized she needed to find a way to make money fast. Her search for a quick-paying job led her to work as a server in a nightclub. While bringing drinks, a customer bothered her by grabbing her. She threw a drink in his face and tried to leave, but he chased her down a hallway and grabbed her again. Suddenly, Gu Jingtian appeared and knocked the man out with one punch. He asked if she was okay, but she told him to follow her. She faced him, asking if he was there for payback because she ruined his business deal. He admitted that he knew she wasn't the real Miss Shen and that he just wanted to see her. He said he knew she needed money badly and offered her a chance, become his pretend wife. Siawei laughed, accusing him of playing games, but he was serious. She said no, saying they were from different worlds. She walked away, leaving him to watch her go. Without another word, the man forced the woman into his car. She accused him of kidnapping, but he just stared back calmly. Then he made a shocking offer. Marry him, and she would have all the money she needed. Before she could understand the crazy idea, her phone rang. It was her boss, mad that she was late for work. She tried to explain there was an emergency, but the man took the phone from her hand. He asked the boss how much she earned a day, then immediately sent the money to her account. He told her she wasn't some bird he was keeping. She was now his employee. Since she refused to fall in love, he was hiring her to act as his partner. Seeing the money, she agreed and called him boss. As they drove off, she wondered if he really didn't remember her, or if he was just pretending. Just then, she saw a young, bruised girl sitting on the side of the road. It was her little sister. She hit the brakes and rushed out. Her sister was scared, asking who the man was and what kind of life she was living. To cause trouble, the man introduced himself as her boyfriend, then quickly changed it to her brother-in-law. Her sister was even more suspicious, saying he was the same man from that night. The woman promised to explain later and took her sister home. But when they opened the door, they found the apartment totally wrecked. It turned out the landlords had ruined the place because she was late with the rent. As they cleaned up the mess, the man picked up a framed photo of her. Then he found a folder full of her fashion design drawings. He said the apartment wasn't fit to live in and insisted they both come stay at his house. Before she could say no, he pulled her out the door and made a call. He told an assistant to pack their things and bring them to his address. With nowhere else to go, she had no choice but to follow. The man told her to get used to it because sooner or later his house would be her house. In the car, she gave her little sister headphones so she couldn't hear. Then she suggested a formal contract to the man. If he needed her to act as his partner, they should put it in writing. Meanwhile, in a fancy villa, a woman named Yin Ziki was looking through dating profiles. She turned down one powerful man after another as too ugly or too ordinary. It turned out she was the secret granddaughter of a powerful chairman. She was taken in by the family 2 years ago on the condition that she never tell her true identity and always act humble. Her search for a husband was interrupted by a message from a friend. The friend showed a video of the man saving the woman from the night before. Her friend said excitedly that she had never seen a CEO save someone so bravely. She said he looked just like a poor boy Zichi once knew. At that moment, she got a call from a woman who introduced herself as Guyu from the Gu Group. The woman invited her to visit the family home. Zichi agreed right away. Back at the man's mansion, the woman and her sister were amazed by the wealth. A housekeeper greeted the man as young master. She was about to tell the eldest miss he was there, but he quickly stopped her. He told the woman to stay in his room for the night, but she said no immediately. She thought he was trying to take advantage of her. Annoyed by her distrust, he threw her onto the bed. He said she would stay there while he looked for her sister, and that he would sleep in another room. Just as she was about to argue, another woman showed up in the doorway. It was the man's sister, Guyu. "Wuk for man?" She smiled sweetly, asking her brother if he had brought a new friend home. She introduced herself and offered to get the woman a fresh set of pajamas. Her friendly smile hid a sharp planning look as she pulled her brother out of the room. She wanted to know who the woman was, right away thinking it was an office romance. He denied everything. After his sister left, he came back not with anger but with a first aid kit. He knelt before the woman, noticing her feet were cut and bleeding from her high heels. As he started to treat the wounds, she pulled away in fear and asked what he was doing. He suddenly pushed her back onto the bed, holding her down. He scolded her for being an adult who couldn't even take care of herself. Surprised by his sudden kindness, she asked why he was being so nice to her. It turned out this wasn't the first time they had met. The scene went back 2 years. He was just a poor delivery driver who crashed his scooter in a park. She was a stranger in a panda costume who rushed to his side. She gave him a band-aid for his scraped arm. Back in the present, he just said that everyone's pain is different. Just then, his phone lit up with a message from another woman named Dinziki, asking to see him. He ignored it. Later, he made a secret phone call, promising someone he would take the woman away in a month. She noticed the old scar on his wrist, the same one from the accident years ago. When she woke up the next morning, her little sister was gone. She panicked and ran barefoot from the room, searching desperately through the mansion. She turned a corner and crashed right into his bare chest. The man pushed his ex-girlfriend away hard, telling her to never come back. Just then, his new girlfriend April appeared. Seeing her, the man told his ex that he was no longer the poor boy she could leave. Now he had someone he really liked. He turned and left without looking back. Humiliated and angry, the ex-girlfriend promised revenge. She immediately made a call, demanding a full check into April. As April walked down the street with her own sister, she suddenly froze. Standing in front of her was her college boyfriend, the man who broke her heart. He told her they needed to talk. 3 years ago, they were happy students, but everything changed. Now, sitting in a cafe, he offered her a great job at a design firm. He said he didn't want to see her doing odd jobs anymore, but she knew the truth. She told him she didn't need his pity. She was too naive back then, believing love could be class differences. While she had to work all the time just to pay for tuition, he lived in a different world. He insisted it was his mother who drove them apart, but April cut him off. She said their breakup wasn't just because of his mother, but because they were basically different.